Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and we got a brand new video to react to. How a two-star recruit. Wait, I can never say this damn word properly. How a two-star recruit became an NFL superstar. Don't know who it is? Let's get right into the video.
Most rookies need time to adapt to the NFL, but this
Shout out to
two-star
Non-Stop
recruit came into
Sports.
the league
That's his
and
name,
took it
right?
over right away. So how did he do it? Well, here's the story of Justin Jefferson.
Oh, Justin Jefferson,
Jefferson's
right?
journey to stardom began in Destrehan, Louisiana. He attended Destrehan High School, but it was by no means an easy journey. Justin came from an athletic family. His father, John, played college basketball, and his two older brothers, Jordan and Ricky, both had very successful careers at LSU. They played in the NFL, so Justin knew exactly what it would take to play football at the highest level. But Justin wasn't as physically gifted as his brothers. When he first got to high school, he was small and stood at just 5'7", 125 pounds. Even under the guidance of his brothers, he could only make the JV team as a safety his freshman year. He broke his elbow playing scout team during that season, 3 years into his high school career, and Justin was yet to reach the heights of his brothers. His dream of reaching the NFL was becoming very unlikely, and even though he may have started to give up on his dream, Justin's family still believed in him. And after getting x-rays of his growth plates, the doctor informed Justin and his family that he was about to hit a big growth spurt. That growth spurt came in his junior year, when Justin grew to 6'1" and gained almost 40 pounds, which gave him a shot with the varsity team. While he did get on the field in his junior season, his knees constantly knotted up due to his massive growth spurt, and he ran with a limp. This made him look uncoordinated and limited his explosiveness. So with one last offseason to follow his brothers and play Division I college football, Justin was on a mission. He started to spend countless hours with his older brother Jordan, working on route running and watching YouTube videos of NFL receivers, picking out things to add to his game. And once it was time for his final high school season, all of his hard work paid off. His knees were no longer knotting up, and he became a dynamic playmaker. Justin exploded with 44 receptions for 956 yards and 9 touchdowns. This was just a small glimpse of what the rest of his career would look like. The problem was, even after Justin's amazing senior year, he was still just a two-star recruit without any major offers. Division I programs were worried because off the field, Justin needed to complete a summer class in order to graduate. His father even talked to him about potentially taking the Division II route. But luckily, the Jefferson last name carried a lot of weight at one school in particular. So when LSU head coach Ed Ogeron said he's got a scholarship waiting for him whenever he's ready, Justin knew what he needed to do. He completed his summer class and became LSU's final scholarship member in the fall of 2017. It wasn't an easy road to college football, but Justin Jefferson was right where he always wanted to be, right where his brothers were before him. He was an LSU Tiger. In his freshman season, Jefferson only played in 2 games, recording just 1 rush for 4 yards. But it was in his sophomore year that he would put the nation on notice. Justin Jefferson had arrived, and there was no looking back. His connection with new transfer quarterback Joe Burrow was immediate, and Jefferson led the Tigers in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns that year, with 44 receptions for 875 yards and 6 touchdowns. We didn't know it yet, but this level of production was just scratching the surface. In Jefferson's junior season, he was a part of what was perhaps the greatest college football team of all time. This was primarily because of their incredible passing attack with Joe Burrow, throwing to the greatest wide receiver duo college football has ever seen.
That's what I'm saying. That was crazy to do. It was crazy, man.
They were unbeaten with relative ease during the regular season, and Jefferson led the nation with 111 receptions. His 18 receiving touchdowns were second, and 1,540 receiving yards third in the country. In the first round of the college football playoff against the Oklahoma Sooners, Jefferson caught 14 passes for 227 yards and 4 touchdowns in the first half. In the first half? In the national championship against the Clemson Tigers with a 9-catch, 106-yard game and a blowout win. Justin Jefferson had nothing left to prove in the college game. He chose to forego his senior year and declared for the NFL draft. In just 3 years, he had gone from an unranked recruit to a projected first-round NFL draft pick. But heading into the draft, there were still questions about his athleticism. Jefferson often beat DBs with his crafty route running rather than using pure speed or strength. So NFL scouts had doubts about his explosiveness at the next level. He quickly silenced his critics after running a 4.4340 in the combine, but there were still doubters. Experts weren't sure if he could line up on the outside against the best corners in the league and be a true #1 receiver. So much so that in the 2020 draft, 4 receivers were taken ahead of him, including Jalen Reagor, who the Eagles selected 1 pick ahead of Jefferson. But after a short wait,
that was
the
the stupidest move the Eagles ever
the
done.
Minnesota Vikings selected Justin Jefferson, and he would enter the league with big shoes to fill right away. Earlier that offseason, the Vikings traded away fan-favorite receiver Stephon Diggs, who was crucial in Minnesota for years, and replacing him wouldn't be easy. But it didn't take long for Vikings fans to fall in love with the new kid in town, in somewhat of an unprecedented offseason due to the pandemic that saw no preseason and less offseason training than usual. Many rookies struggled to get off the mark. Jefferson was no exception, and he didn't get his first start until Week 3 against the Tennessee Titans.
Damn.
When the opportunity came, he picked up right where he left off in college. In just the first start of his NFL career, Justin Jefferson caught 7 passes for 175 yards and a touchdown. This was also when the world was introduced to the celebration he's made so famous, the Gritty. He followed up his incredible debut with a 4-reception, 103-yard game in Week 4 against the Texans, becoming just the 5th receiver in Vikings history to have back-to-back 100-yard games in their rookie season.
If I had a career game, record-setting game, it doesn't matter. If we don't come out the W, then it's pointless.
After 4 weeks and just 2 starts, Justin Jefferson had put himself among the best pass catchers in the league.
That's
he showed
crazy,
no signs
that first
of slowing
step.
down. After a
That
Week
was his
6
debut?
explosion against the Atlanta Falcons that saw Jefferson put up 166 yards and 2 touchdowns, his frightening pace made breaking the rookie receiving record a realistic goal.
I did not know
Week
that stat,
13
I'm not
against
gonna
the
lie.
Jaguars, 121 yards and a touchdown saw him break the 1,000-yard receiving mark. It took him just 12 games to reach the milestone, making him the 5th fastest player in NFL history to reach 1,000 yards. Justin Jefferson's silky route running, combined with his incredible ability to get to the point of the catch, made him almost unstoppable to cover one-on-one.
Bro, they're not
After
letting
Justin's
him go
Week
ever.
15 game
If they
against
do,
the
that's
Chicago Bears,
gonna be so
where he hauled
dumb
in
from the
8
Vikings.
receptions for 104
Like, even if he has
yards,
like a
broke Randy Moss's
off
Vikings
season.
rookie record for receptions. And in the final game of the season in Detroit, he had 9 receptions for 133 yards to set a new NFL rookie record for receiving yards. Jefferson finished the year with
I know he
88
set that record.
receptions for 1,400 yards and 7 touchdowns, was selected to the Pro Bowl, and was a second-team All-Pro.
That was rookie
Despite
year,
his
huh? That's
historic
crazy.
rookie year, he placed second in Offensive Rookie of the Year voting to quarterback Justin Herbert. Then just when we thought Justin Jefferson had hit his ceiling, he came into his second year looking better than ever. A full offseason and an added year of experience in the league took Jefferson to the next level. Even though teams had an entire year's worth of his film, they had no answer on how to stop him. He was now a true wide receiver one and was being game planned for as such.
The routes
It
are
didn't
crazy
matter.
or
Jefferson
nasty,
would always
actually.
take
Look at
over
that.
games and single-handedly keep the Vikings in games with his playmaking ability.
3rd and 4, Kirk passes, and it's caught at the 25 by Jefferson.
But even with the Vikings offense being elite, their defense struggled to hold leads, and after 10 games, they had lost 5 by a touchdown or less. So in a crucial Week 11 matchup, the 5-5 Minnesota Vikings hosted the Green Bay Packers in a game they needed to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. And to the surprise of no one, Justin Jefferson single-handedly took over and won the game for the Vikings. He ended the game with 8 receptions for 169 yards and 2 touchdowns. But most of all, the Vikings won the game 34-31. Jefferson was awarded the NFC Offensive Player of the Week for his efforts. He was arguably the best player in the
I know how
entire
insane he's
NFL
going
during
right
the
now,
month of
but
November.
damn.
In 4 games, he had 464 yards and 3 touchdowns on his way to being named the NFC Offensive Player of the Month. While the Vikings continued to lose close games, Jefferson continued to ball, improving on every statistic from his rookie season. He finished the season with 108 receptions for 1,616 yards and 10 touchdowns. His 1,616 receiving yards were second in the league behind Cooper Kupp. The incredible start to his career led to Jefferson breaking the record set by Odell Beckham Jr. for most receiving yards by a player in their first 2 seasons in the NFL. And for the second year in a row, he was selected to the Pro Bowl and was a second-team All-Pro.
He's a guy that would not like disappoint you on your fantasy team like at all. Like each season he's gonna go crazy.
The Vikings made a change at head coach, bringing in Kevin O'Connell, who was previously the Rams' offensive coordinator.
He's one of those
Made it
players
clear
that
he
would
wants to
never
expand
disappoint.
Jefferson's role and transform the Vikings into a more dynamic
Just never
passing
disappoint.
offense. Now in Jefferson's 3rd year, the Vikings are off to their best start to a season of his career, and he's the focal point that the offense revolves around. So don't be surprised if we get our first look at Justin Jefferson in the postseason very soon. And if the electric start to his career is anything to go by,
this season.
Jefferson will be grittying all the
But
way
is he
into
gonna
the
go
Hall of
off? Is he
Fame
gonna go
one day.
crazy? Howard 3-star. Lamar. Alright, that was a good video. That was a good video. I didn't know all those stats about him. That's crazy. You guys know. If you guys enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Like, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below some more reaction videos. Till next video. Peace.